Right, guys. Hello. Let me check with you all again. Hi, everybody. Can you all hear me? Hey, guys. Can you all hear me? I'm doing a sound check here. Can you all hear me? Hello. Hey, bye. Hey, hello, everyone. Yep. All right. Look like we're in business. Right. So, let me just get the slide on. Slide is supposed to be on, and how do I click to the next slide? Oh, girl. Okay, give me a minute. Let me just take a look at this. All right, great. How's everybody doing? Okay, hopefully everybody's doing well. So today we are going through the forecast for the month of April. So it's 4th April until 4th May here. I know it is a kind of a very challenging month for everybody. I think most country is on either a restrictive order or on a total lockdown, depending where you are. So I'm in Malaysia right now, so I'm on restrictive order. So I'm at my house right now, my own house, doing the broadcast for you. So thanks to the technology of the webinar, so we are still able to see each other. So for those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is Kevin Chan. So I'm the author of 2 books, BaZi Road to Success and also BaZi Road to Parenthood. Interested to buy the book, you can either buy it online from Amazon or from Kindle. Both is available for e-copy. Physical copy a bit more difficult to get now because of the restrictive movement. So I have been featured in a few news platforms like Bernama, Radio FM, a lot of property talk I'm involved with. So all of those. So we are going to talk about the month of April, which is going to be the Geng Chen month, Metal Dragon. All right. So this month combination is with Rooster. So Dragon Rooster is a combination. So if you have a Rooster inside the month, it's basically a combine for you. Either one of the 4 pillar or a clash is basically with dog. So those with you have a dog inside your chart is basically a clash. So auxiliary star, pretty good, the auxiliary star for this month, you got your 3 stages. 3 stages has a lot to do with increase in your authority level. There's basically 3 stages. Elegant seal. Elegant seal is primarily what is required right now. So adeptly, elegant seal has a lot to do with coming out with new ideas, right? So to survive in the current environment, you need a lot of new ideas, and even more importantly, national treasure. National treasure is trust. So we need a lot of trust level, and especially between business and business, right? Between your supplier and also your distributor right now, there's a lot of trust that is required because a lot of people is cash strapped right now. So for those of you who have not printed your BaZi chart, please go to the link to print your BaZi chart. So this is Geng Chen year for the month of April. So this is where you go to print your BaZi chart, joeyyap.com/BZ chart here. So for you to basically print your BaZi chart out. You do need your BaZi chart because I don't do the animal sign thingy. I'm basically reading your day master, right? So why do you need it? So you need to locate your day master, not your animal sign. So under normal one that you are very familiar with out in the market, they usually talk a lot about the animal sign. I'm sure most of you are familiar with the year that you are birthed in or the animal sign of your year of birth. I'm not doing that actually. So we are going to look at the day master. So the day master is the part that is being circled. So that's why you need to print your BaZi chart, right? So let's take a look at that. So let's start with the month of Jiawood. So this month, if you take a look at it, is a, I don't know why you call it unique month or how is it the month itself is a 3 harmony. So it's the monkey, rat, and also dragon 3 harmony. So you have the dragon and rat already is already a 3 harmony with the year, with the heaven stamp being the same. All right, so you have 2 Geng on top. Geng from the year, Geng, and actually is from the month as well. So that basically intensify the power of the metal, so things become very intensified. So for the Jiawood, you will be seeing your 7 killing. not really a nice, what you call a really nice month, but really good month for practical learning. 7 killing is a very, very practical star that you deal with. So it's all about practical learning. So why is practical learning, right? Because the water represent learning, so represent the resource star to the Jia wood. So you can basically talk about a lot of things that is about what you call like practicing punching or practicing fighting right now. So you get hit, you become better, you get hit, you become better. So this is the month, because the resource star is to regrow the wood, and your 7 killing is basically to toughen you up. So this is a month whereby a month where you are being toughened up, and the great things about it is that the earth inside the dragon, there is a wealth star there, indirect wealth, that signal a hidden opportunity of making some income, right? So you need to be able to break through. So it's a very breakthrough month of this, right? So of course, 7 killing, when you take a look at it, you always need to be careful of bodily harm. So even when we tell you that 7 killing is really good for breakthrough, is really good for courage, you do need to take a look at the situation you are in, if it's really physically dangerous. So although I've told you that the resource star will basically rescue you or make you better, but doesn't mean that you can take that very dangerous stance that you are in. So you need to take a look at what you are doing. So what you need to do, right? Action is basically make the jump, right? That's really the advice right now. Do take the initiative. Make sure the action will speak louder than word. This is the month that you go for the breakthrough, go for the kill. Go and do the things. Of course, the caveat here is that if you know that the activity you're performing is really bodily dangerous, please consider safety, right? So those are the ones you want to take a look. So that is basically Jia wood, right? So if you are gonna go over to look at Yi wood right now, Yi wood is having 2 direct officer on top. So you take a look at that. There's actually promotional opportunity there. Direct officer have to do with increase of your what you call authority, increase of your power. It does has a lot to do with you being given. So direct officer is always a given power. So looking at upgrading your authority status, which is a very good month for you to basically do it. Take the leadership initiative. Need to be fast to jump at it. So side talk. This is side talk. So direct officer is basically the husband star, or the what you call relationship star for the lady. So for the lady, please keep your eye open. Your per se, you want to say, the knight in shining armor is basically there. So literally it's a knight in shining armor, because you are dealing with the Geng metal direct officer. So again, it is intensified because year is Geng, the month is also Geng. So it will be really obvious, right? So things that you need to be careful of course, preoccupation with love. So again, this is more to the lady side of it. So I'm sure it is good or bad, but there's a good chance of entangling with love matter. So might want to be careful with office related relationship for both guy and girls, right? So because the lady have the heart, so the guy have the opportunity, right? So it's up to you what you want to do with it. So if you know a certain Yi wood ladies in your office, you can actually approach her. She's open, right? So make that swift move. So make the swift move. Like what Richard Branson said, if opportunity is given, just take it, right? So think of how to get things done later. Position open, position of power open, then you can basically go and grab it, right? So those are what you can basically do, right? So take the opportunity, right? Don't wait around for too long, right? So let's look at Bing Fire. So actually this year Pink Fire is quite good. Even both the Fire Star is pretty much quite alright because they are looking at the Wealth Star. So Metal is their Wealth Star, so now you are looking at double the amount of indirect wealth. I would say this month would be one of the month whereby, you know, in term of what you call Chinese metaphysics is quite impervious, because the entire year and the month are full of the what you call noble element. So indirect wealth, everybody is happy to see the wealth star. So the dragon carried the direct officer. It also carried the eating god and also direct resource. All are very noble element. So we're going to talk, take a look at that. So this is a very, very good month. So plenty of wealth, you know, with the eating god producing the wealth. So eating god always produce wealth. So it is good. And with the indirect wealth, starting new income stream become easy. So indirect wealth has a lot to do with being able to what you call identify new money making opportunity. So those are something that you want to take a look at. So what need to be careful of, try to be not to be overly rigid. So your direct officer and your eating god does have that what you call characteristic of trying to be rigid, perfectionism. Try not to rely too much on protocol, or you may miss some of the opportunity. You don't need all the T and the I to be, you know, crossed and also dotted before you do anything. So what you want to do, evaluate all the options. So indirect wealth coming in, there's a lot of option for you, you know, evaluate them and, you know, don't wait for the light to turn green, right? So move ahead first, see what is available. What we call execute first, apologize later. You know, ask for apology later. Get it done first. All right. So that's for your Pink Fire. And if you look at Ting Fire, I think Ting Fire is the most happy one with 2 direct wealth on top. So with 2 direct wealth on top is basically quite nice. So a lot of achievement, and especially when it is supported by the very aggressive star of 7 killing and hurting officer. So look like nothing is going to be able to stop you from you and your achievement. Between you and the achievement that you see, anyone that is trying to become a roadblock would generally be bulldozed by you, right? So of course, since that is going to be the case, you may want to what you call take a look at the long-term repercussion of the damage that you're going to cause in you know, achieving the result that you have today. So it may result in what we call a short-term success, but a long-term problem. So, you know, take a look at the situation. So but all in all, get the job done. You know, it's a crucial month for delivery, especially this month. Because so, you know, at this current situation, if you can't deliver, especially right now, you know, every employer is looking at who are the one who can deliver right now, because they can only afford to retain those who can deliver at this current moment. So you do need to get the job done. Pre-inform other that you are sprinting ahead with the thing that you are doing. Ask them not to be an obstruction to you, so that, you know, you don't have to forcefully remove them in the you know, event of what is basically happening, right? So that's for Ting Fire. Take a look at that. So Wolf have 2 eating god on top. So eating god has a lot and to do with solutioning, you know, finding new solution, new idea, everything that is new, which is, so you and I know that, you know, you and I know that now is the current situation right now. A lot of businesses are looking for new idea to survive. The old physical premise seems to be collapsing right now. So, you know, we need to look for new things that would basically work. So with the strong eating god appearing to you, time to exercise the creative mind, create more solution for people. So many of them can be more monetized because you know that your year basically carried the direct wealth, and the dragon itself also have direct wealth. So which means that opportunity of changing those ideas to money is basically quite there. So you just need to do it, but be careful of being overly detailed. So you know, eating God has this perfectionist, attitude that you need to put it into a little bit of a control. So because of the lack of fire, the metal may be a little bit difficult to shape. So you need to be careful of that. Might risk being too late if you are too perfection with all your idea. Right, year is still early, so don't get yourself locked down with a lot of things, right? So leverage on what is existing, take action now, just expand on what you already have, right? Make use of monetary value as a yardstick to decide where to put your effort, right? So you have a solution, put it out as a prototype to see if it can convert to money or not first. So see that which of your solution or which of your idea make more monetary sense, right? So that's what you want to do. To take a look at that, G-Earth. Let's look at G-Earth. Now, G-Earth has 2 hurting officer on top. When you are dealing with hurting officer, it has a lot to do with grabbing attention. With all the attention is you, right? So everybody is looking at you. You got all the required attention there is on you, especially on your rival. Your rival is looking very closely at what you are doing. Everybody looking at you. So what are you going to do this month? So better prepare for a good show that you're going to put up on, right? So you also have the indirect wealth, which means that this good show that you put on has a big potential of converting back into money. So of course, caution there is performance anxiety when everyone is looking at you. It's very awkward. So if you have not gotten your act together, it can be very detrimental. So anxiety is not really a good thing to have, especially during this time. So you need to get very, very prepared for this. So you need to really get your act together, sit down and really practice and more practice so that you don't get frozen on stage. You do not want to have stage fright at this current moment. But people are looking at you, so you need to know what you want to show people. So sit down, take a look at what are the things that you want to showcase. If you do this properly, it will propel you into future money making activity. So people basically will remember you. Right, so that's great. So Keng metal has a lot of friend star. So traditionally, people doesn't really like the friend star. Okay, so both the companion star has a very big connotation of spending money. So that's why we call it a gala party right now. Great time to do award though. It's great time to do award. To make a contribution. Hurting officer is also be there because the year is basically a hurting officer year. The water is hurting officer, so the dragon also carry the water hurting officer. So good to highlight your friend. Make sure that your friend is basically being appreciated, right? So you need to take a look at that, right? So appreciate your friend, not to appreciate yourself. Okay, please. So if you want to make a gala party, make a gala party that is themed on appreciating others. Right, so of course the caution here is not to boast yourself. All right, so try to put the spotlight on other people. Right, you don't really get too good of a reputation when you are too self-centric. Put other people up on stage. Push other people up. Make sure they share the limelight that you basically have. So friend star is about everybody being happy. Right, everybody being happy, everybody is being comfortable. So bring joy to others. So your action is basically to bring joy to others. Spend a little time, share the joy with others, make them feel the reason of the joy. Right, so to take a look at that. Right, so those are the one you want to do for your Keng metal. Let us look at the Sin metal. So Sin metal have a rock wealth. So rock wealth is all about competition. It's all about being competitive, with the year having being the eating god. So again, eating god is also present inside the month. So it's about creative competition. Try not to go head on. So when you have too much competition right now, the Keng metal is basically much more stronger than you. So you got the year and the month is Keng metal, so they are basically much more stronger than you. Think up more option and move faster than your competitor. So you cannot do a head-on competition with them. So you need to know how to do. Stop throwing good money, right? So raw wealth is having a big no or in term of it a bad habit in term of trying to throw money, right? So notorious for being a convenient junkie. Anything that money can solve, they basically use money to solve it. So vigilant on your spending. Of course, if you have an bottomless pit of money, then feel free to do so, but most of us don't, especially again during this time whereby cash trap is something that is very apparent. So don't try to outdo people in terms of using money. So know your turf, know your niche, fight within your niche. When you compete, best for you to know your own situation, especially financially, right? Don't try to outfinance people, and come out with non-financial strenuous option for yourself. There's a lot of way to reach Rome. Do not use the expensive way. So try to use the what we call non-toll route this round. Yes, everybody need to conserve cash right now. Okay, run water, personal favorite because it's myself. Forging ahead, right? So with all the aggressive and also reflective star conjugating together. Reflective is your indirect resource. So if you are not familiar, indirect resource is called the intuition star. Indirect resource is really quick in picking things up, is very quick in reflecting. They come out with a lot of things that basically go like this, bush, come out with a lot of idea. It is a unstoppable force because of the aggressive star. So if you look at the bottom part of it, which is the branch part, you already have the rod wealth. Now you are given the 7 killing, you are given the hurting officer with a very reflective indirect resource on top. It is really going to be like how would you say how Bruce Lee is like really Jeet Kune Do. It is really going to be like your Wing Chun. People come near you, you straight away pump back. So careful of your reflexes harming the people that you care. Right, so although your reflex is really good, but if your judgment is not good, you may cause a bit of a problem for people who is around you. A lot of people may be trying to follow your footstep. So 7 killing naturally draw a lot of people to want to follow you because it's very heroic and also very inspirational. But be cautious that their existence around you, and try not to make them your target, right? So you need to be really very careful with who you attack and how you attack. So need to practice extreme caution. So reaching the destination is pretty much quite guaranteed. Because when you are aggressive, basically, going a direction is not really that difficult. Your passenger may not survive. Okay, the people who follow you may not survive. Take into consideration the amount of damage is going to be taken by you, me, myself, and also the other people around. So I can basically sprint forward without any problem, but people around me may not be able to. So we need to be careful of that. Okay, so take care of that. And Kui water, right? Kui water on the other end have all the nice star coming in together, right? So they are having the direct resource. So those are very supportive star. Then you have the friend star, you have the direct officer star, you got the eating god star together. Where we call it a convergence because all the resource is coming together to assist your movement. So rally them together, reach your destination. A lot of things is coming together to assist you. Friend indicate support. Resource is also indicate people who are willing to put into you. Direct officer give you authority that is basically assigned to you. Eating God give you a lot of option and opportunity. So what else do you want? Everybody is coming together to make sure that you are successful. Don't do not make them do not turn them down. All right, don't turn them down. So the risk of it is basically doing very little movement. So sense of waiting for the slowest to catch up. Again, right, because a lot of people is coming together to support you. You also have the sense of trying to bring everybody together with your journey. But if you are going at a speed whereby you are following the slowest in your group, that may give a little bit of an issue to the entire objective of your movement. So make agreement and then move ahead. Set some expectation. Make rules, that is direct officer. So set expectation, make rules, basically the direct officer way of getting things done, and move away whether people is ready or not. You don't need to wait for everybody to be ready, or else you can be waiting all year long. So you have to move away with or without the people that is around you, right? So you need to take a look at that. Those are the ones that you want to take a look at. So before we end this particular session, so yes, you can go to subscribe to joeyyap.com. I see that some of you are basically asking for notes to download, right? So you can basically go to kevinchan.joeyyap.com to download the notes there. So we'll be posting the notes on my website. So no, normally I don't do pre-next episode type of talk, but this one I need to talk a little bit because due to the current situation. Let me just turn off the slide first, right? Stop the presentation a bit so you can basically see me, and let me just get the chat box up again. All right, so I'm just looking at the chat box right now. All right, let me just change a little bit of the display and everything is a bit all right. It's much more better right now. I can see most of the thing on the screen right now. So talk a little bit about next month, right? There's just one thing that I would like to pre-warn on next month. The snake carried the death charm. So if you hear the word death charm, so you already know that expect a bit of a spike of a death rate next month. So don't get too affected emotionally over death news that is gonna pile in next month, right? So that's just a pre-warning for you. So we'll talk more about it on the next month forecast. So let's go around and have a look at some of the questions, right? So here we got one which is from Cork. So and take a look at it. Hi Kevin, I've always appreciate your monthly forecast. Day master is Geng Xu, so it's Geng. With the Ding Si Man. Alright, so you got Si Man with you. So jobless. Kindly advise which field to focus at this moment. If you're jobless as current this month, right? Not to paint you a gloomy picture, right? It's gonna be tough. So you know the current economic situation. A lot of business couldn't even tell that their own survival is how. Biggest way for you to survive is actually entrepreneurship right now. If you're looking for employment, if your brain is still on employment, you're gonna have a bit of an issue, right? So I don't think employment already. You need to think on your own entrepreneurship, make your own money. Right, so you need to be part of what we call a revenue stream. Everybody, seriously, everybody need to go on the revenue stream bandwagon right now. Right, so if you have anything that have to do with, I'm relying on somebody to pay me, technically you are quite dead. So don't do that. So you need to do that, right? So that's what you want to do. Let's take a look at Val here. Okay, so Gui Mao Day Master, how should I pay attention to my health? Our pillar is Ren Xu. So Val, in overall looking at wealth, there are no specific pillars that control the wealth. So you actually don't need to look at specific pillars. In wealth analysis, you really need to analyze everything. It has a lot to do with what you call your ability to take a look. It has to do a lot with your ability to take a look at all your element, as in what goes up, what come down, what is in the extreme, what is in the extreme lacking. Then only we are able to know how is the health proposition. So any pillar also is no use in assessing health. Rina, let's have a look at Rina here. Rainwater, can you please advise what should I look out for in terms of career and also health? Same thing. In terms of your health question right now, health is an entire chart analysis. It's not a one pillar analysis. So no need to ask about health. I know you're concerned about health. Do not need to ask about health. Health is an entire chart analysis. In terms of your career, depending on what month you are in, but overall, just now I give you a theme already. A very strong resource star. So it's a lot to do with learning, and because a rainwater indirect resource is rapid learning some more. Okay, indirect one basically is a very vast and rapid learning. Now, even me for myself, right, I've been currently doing a lot of live stream. Took me a short 1 week from zero to doing whatever I'm doing in the live stream. Took me a week to do so, right? Why? Because the current situation required me to learn so fast. So you have to go into this sort of pace of learning. Log on to what you want to learn and learn. And Resource Star has a lot to do with knowledge sharing. So market required you to knowledge share. So that's what I'm doing every single morning right now. So 7:30, if you have wake up already. All right, so tune into my page and you'll be able to see me broadcasting. Right, so Kok Ho Yin, let's take a look at it, right? You have Wolf, pretty much quite good, man. Wolf, Kui High Hour, GU Rooster Man. Okay, you got a Rooster Man. So Wu and also a Rooster Man. Rooster is your metal, so it's a hurting officer. You take a look at the hurting officer. Need more clarity on what need to do to better and faster on job seeking. So again, now job seeking question, I'm going to give you the same answer. Employer are currently in no mood to entertain people who is not in the revenue stream. So unless you are in the revenue stream. So hurting officer has a lot to do with the ability to attract attention to a target. Now you ask yourself, how good is your hurting officer skill? Can you attract attention to the business? If you can, offer that to your employer. Right now, everybody is looking for revenue stream. Okay, because revenue is what you call is in a jam right now. All business is trying to scuffle whatever earning that they can have to survive. Everybody is in survival mode right now. So that's why I can tell you, if you're looking for employment and you are not part of the revenue stream, you are in extreme trouble. Right, so it's better for you to straight away go into entrepreneurship and create revenue stream for yourself. Okay, that's what you want to do. RPM Pillay, let's have a look at that. RPM Pillay, you have a Jia Xu Day Master. So a Jia Day Master is meeting a lot of 7 killing. Geng Xu Man, Dog Man. So dog, Ying Wu Xu, dog doesn't really have a lot of what you call interaction. So you got the dog man right now. Can you advise on the 8 seed this year? No, 8 seed is about being included into that elite group of people. So it has a lot to do with connection. So find that elite, whatever line that you are in, whatever industry or in, whatever company that you're in, there is always an elite clan. That's how it works, right? There is always an elite clan. There is always a group of people that work together. You can call them mastermind. So if I were you, I would try to create that mastermind group or go into that particular mastermind group with the 8 seats, right? 8 seats almost guarantee you a seat into the mastermind group. So once you go inside, please contribute or don't take. A lot of people, go in to take stuff from the mastermind group. You're going in to contribute, right? Tom, Geng Zi is meeting with a lot of friend star. So Ren Shen, what is that? Day and Man. So Monkey Man not really very nice. currently doing own business. Challenging next month. Yes, next month is very challenging. What can you take advantage of to improve your business in this month? Celebrate your salesman. Yeah, celebrate your salesman. Right, what to do? Right, so make some celebration for your salesman. Give up some award for your salesman. I know it's counterintuitive, right? It's like, oh, giving them award. Yes, giving them incentive, keep them happy, right? So again, you need a revenue stream. So keep the group of people who is bringing revenue stream to you happy, right? So that's what you want to do right now. You need to keep them alive. Okay, so you need them because once the things move away, those are the group of people who is going to run first, not anything else. Okay, so a lot of this advice is going to be very sales centric, or main income stream centric. Day master is Ding Chou and Bing Ziman. So what is your question, Thomas? I don't even know what you want to ask. Yeah. Okay, Irene. Let's look at Irene here. Any of us on Bing? Bing are always impervious already, man. Why are you so worried? Bing Shen here, chronic pain issue. So again, 6 lakh pillar also nothing. 6 lakh pillar is just retirement. Maybe you just need rest. So again, anything with health is a all chart reading. Health, you really need to know what is the most intense energy inside your entire chart, what is the most lacking energy inside your entire chart, and who is attacking who, right? So it's a very long reading to do health, right? It's not a one pillar reading. So John here, day master is Ren Shen. Cool. Month is Wushu. Again, it's another dog month. You mentioned that there's a clash on the dog month. Dog and dragon is a clash, ma. So can you elaborate more? Nothing, man. Dog and the dragon man is basically a clash. So there's gonna be a slight issue in terms of your career side. So like right now is, sorry to say, enough to trigger a temporary layoff. You want to call it? It's enough to trigger. Usual circumstances, a month clash isn't too much of a problem. Year clash is a big problem. Month clash is usually a very small issue. But because of the current circumstance, and then you have a dog in your month, again, the repeating broken record advice is, if you are not part of the revenue stream, you may be part of the team that is chosen to be temporarily shut down for the business to survive, right? So guys, you all really need to understand how business work is that if the business were to survive, they need to shut down. It's much like your body. So if let's say that you go to a very cold place, so you guys know what is a frostbite, right? So when your finger digits start dropping off, this is your body mechanism to retain heat. It literally let your body break off and die so that it doesn't need to transmit heat to that part of the body. Right, this is what the business is doing. When they are cash strapped, so they know that they cannot roll, they start killing off their arm and feet, which is departments. So any department that is not bringing in revenue, or you're not maintaining revenue, you are not required to be maintaining revenue. Chances of you being cut off is very high. So don't feel bad. Lily, let's take a look at that. Jia Wood Day Master. What is Geng Horse is what? What is Geng Horse? I'm assuming that is a year. Anything I can look out for your career. If your month is a horse, there is a lot of things that you need to look out for. Horse and rat is basically a clash, right? Horse and rat is a clash, but lucky for you, this month is okay though, because the dragon, does combine with the dragon does combine with the rat and give you a little bit of a resting space right now. So the rat is not attacking you, but again, Lily, take a look at your position. So you have until December. the what you call the red only come in full swing in December. So December, no need to say it's double red. Your horse is gonna get whacked quite badly. So if it's the month, then you need to be a bit more careful of your career-wise. Choices that you make now make a lot of differences. Go on revenue stream or at least on revenue saving stream. Okay, Christine, day master is Yang Earth. Yang Earth day master not bad, e.g. have opportunity to make money but keep hesitating. Why do you have hesitate? No need to be perfectionist. So now during this time, make small revenue. Do not try to make big revenue. There's no way for you to make big revenue. Any sort of small revenue you can make it. That's how to survive. So it's like really it's like surviving in the wild right now. Any small source of protein that you can find, eat it. Right? You are not gonna look for a big meal, Nope. Any protein source that you have, you take it first. So any sort of revenue that you can master out, get it done. So let's take a look at Colleen. Yep. No, next month is not death month. Snake have death charm. Right? Who else is going to have more death news here? You tell me. Right? No need to look at what day master is basically, having more problem. Right? So just get prepared with it because the death charm really has a lot to do with contamination issue. Right? So the death charm is one of the most contaminated star of all. Okay, so death by contamination. And we are already having a big contamination issue right now already. All right, Ken Chow here. Day master is Ren Xu. Man is Ren Chen. So double dragon, right? Dragon man. Advice. So dragon sea dragon is what we call self-punishment. Self-punishment has a lot to do with resentment. Try to look for a job during a self-punishment month. So again, it's gonna sound like a broken record, right? During the current economic condition, look for a job. You want people to rescue you, give you a job. The business is asking, what can you do to rescue the business? That's the question the business is asking right now. Every businesses is asking every single one of their staff right now, what can you do to rescue the business? Right? So every business is cash strapped right now. They have their supplier, they have to pay your salary, but revenue is not coming in at the rate that is required. So a lot of business is running into cash flow issue. So if you are not able to contribute a new income stream to the business, a bit difficult, right? Take a look at the current situation. Looking for a job is really not a good time right now overall for anything, unless you are a revenue stream creator. So if you are a natural revenue stream creator, I will ask you to create a revenue stream for yourself instead of creating for other people. Right? Logical, right? So if you can, create revenue stream, create for yourself. June Lee, so Yi Yu Day. So it's gonna be Yi Day Master Seeing Geng. Right? So are you looking for a partner? If you're looking for a partner, very easy, very obvious. Ji Mao month. So Mao and Dragon harm relationship. Not really too nice though. This month should you do some investment in stock? Just want to pre-warn you, right? 八字 doesn't really help you with your investment. No matter what stock you buy, whatever 八字 you have, right? The stock price will move according to what the market is moving. It doesn't move according to your 八字 chart. Right? So how many people is buying the stock? Who should the stock listen to? So there are no such thing as investment luck in 八字. What does your 八字, which specifically the hours is going to govern, is how you analyze the stock. Right? A person who is going through a what we call per se better luck in the hour perspective, you would find more points in your analysis, as compared to a person who has a not such a good luck in terms of the hour. So what do you mean by good point? Lucky fella, he may get 15 points in his analysis to make decision on buying or selling. Unlucky fella can only find 3 points. So you're going to have a very big difference in terms of understanding of the stock or investment you are making between a guy who has 15 points versus a guy who has 3. That's the only difference. It doesn't help you with your investment at all, right? So it gives you a better way of looking at it. So that's basically the advice for you, June. Don't rely on luck. All right, Wilson, let's take a look at it. Start to purchase your own product for your supplier this month. Woo. Okay, so what do I have to do with it, right? So Wilson, your question is like halfway, right? So you start to purchase your own product from your supplier this month. So what are you trying to do with it? So you're buying product from the supplier. All right, so you're a Wude master. Wude master, you know, seawater, and then you have that. So you got your eating god right now. Can you transform the product into something else that the market required? Value adding to the product so that the product becomes something that the market desire. So the big challenge right now is the market do not want any nice to have, right? They are not looking for nice to have already. Packaging method doesn't work. You need to basically do quite a big transformation. If you are looking, if you have been reading the news, you know, even big corporation like General Motors and Ford, they are changing their car assembly line into ventilator assembly line. They are making these sort of changes. So you are the same. No, you cannot right now just, you know, take a product and expect your market want the product. You need to be able to value add and transform the product. Again, opportunity to find work. Same advice for you. Can you offer revenue stream? All employer is looking for revenue stream, right? So no need to take a look at, you know, whatever, right? So Christine asking, is that your Facebook page? www.joeyyap1 is a web page, so it's not my Facebook page. You want to look for my Facebook page, you look for Kevin Chan BaZi, right? Basically, if you just type Kevin Chan into Google, you will find me. The first 10 result is basically me already. So you'll be able to find my Facebook page, my blog page, YouTube channel page, you know, whatever page it is, it will all show up. Okay, for destiny analysis, preferably to apply BaZi and Qimen destiny reading. CB Leong, don't understand your question. For destiny analysis, preferable to apply BaZi or Qimen destiny. Oh, okay. So which one is better? Of course, BaZi. Qimen is not designed for destiny. So you need to know which school is designed for what purpose. Which school is basically designed for what purpose. BaZi is specifically for live reading. So you need to use BaZi for, you know, this sort of basically reading. Qimen is of different usage. All right, so Geng Shen Day Master and husband is Wu Ying. And so, what is that? Any reconciliation possible or end everything once and for all? What does have to do with this? Shen and also Ying, both is not in any clash this year, right? They are not in any clash this year, so I don't know what is your Rajri. I don't know what is your current situation. Don't know what is happening to your husband because there's not actually enough information to do any sort of analysis. Only thing that I can tell you right now is that previous year was the monkey year that would basically trigger your husband. Your clash is basically another 2 more years when tiger coming, then only it will trigger you. So you got from now until the tiger year to do a reconciliation. And relationship one-side reconciliation doesn't work. Both parties need to come to the table. So Fion, what is AP 子 destruction? Annual pillar, right? Sorry. Annual pillar 子 destruction. 子由 destruction. Luck pillar and annual pillar don't care. Okay. Clash with Wu Horse in hour. Does it mean it will definitely impact investment negatively? So again, What it impacts is how you analyze investment. It doesn't affect the investment. The investment asset itself do not care about your chart. It will go according to the market, right? But it will severely impact your investment analysis. With a clash in your hour pillar, anytime you look at investment, it becomes very gray. So you will find more bad point than good point, and that will drive you to make very wrong decision. So Fionn, that's why we ask people don't go into investment during a clash, because your analysis is bad. That's all, right? Doesn't mean that the asset class is bad, the market is bad, your analysis is bad. That's why we ask you not to touch. Very simple only, right? So Xin Hai, any wealth luck for stock investment? So again, same question, right? When every time you ask for stock investment, whatever your chart is, it will not affect the price of the investment asset. Never. The price of the investment asset do not care about your chart, right? So what your chart does is that it controls your outlook to the investment, right? So if your outlook is bad, your analysis is bad, your decision to invest is basically bad. So Evelyn, your sun day master is Yi Wei, man is Yi Si. Okay, right? Now jobless. What can he do to generate income? 人生 year, don't care about the year, in terms of skill set, if you're looking about 师 is basically fire, go for internet. So a lot of people is making money through the internet right now, and right now is even the much better time to make money through the internet because you got no choice, right? It's much better when you have no choice, but of course no effort also equal to no return, right? So I can't control your son, you also cannot control your son. The opportunity is basically with the internet, with a fire there. Internet is the way for him to go, right? So as he saw, right, so Ratman's forecast on your career is very accurate. Jia Wu Day Master and Kuyuman, this month career would be better, right? This month, so again, right, when you come into this month, right, you need to take a look at the situation. Every single business is like drowning. Right, so it's very difficult. So again, same sort of advice for you, go for revenue stream. Go for revenue stream, or be more considerate to your employer, right? So during good time, people take care of you. Right now, during a bit of a bad time, you may want to take care of your employer a little bit, help out your employer wherever is possible. Again, recommend any revenue stream that you can think of, be part of the revenue stream. Okay, let's have a look. Wen Qing, question is so long. Starting a job on 14 April, oil and gas company completely just lay off 600 blue collar worker, no surprise. Because of the coronavirus and oil price slump, what do you think you should take care of when you start working in the new company? Do you think I'm putting myself as high risk by accepting a new job? You already accepted, don't need to think about that anymore, right? What do you think the challenge would have in the coming month? Hour pillar, let me see your career. Day pillar, don't care. Month pillar, 无子啊. Okay, so when your month is 子 and it's pretty much quite okay lah. The dragon is a combination, but you do need to be careful of the situation right now, because the 子 create what we call a grand duke situation. Grand duke situation is everybody is paying attention to you. Grand duke basically is an attention magnet, and when you have your dragon combining with the grand duke, means that you have somebody supporting you. In business or in a work environment, it create a bit of a situation called favoritism. People may have the wrong impression that you are around because you are in favor by certain party. So you have to be careful of that. So you need to show your worth. You have to be showing your worth in your new company, right? But the 子 also help you a little bit. It give you prominence. So which means that you don't have to seek attention. Attention is given to you almost automatically. So just be careful of not overstepping your boss boundary. Okay, just be careful of that. Jade, let's take a look at what Jade have. Working in healthcare and currently hospital management. Don't want to say congratulations and don't want to say congratulations or not congratulations when you're talking about you're working in healthcare right now. Day master is Sing Yu. Man is Ping Wu. So again, you got a woman. Should you volunteer yourself for COVID-19 team? Kind of a morality issue. This one is. You got ox in year. So for having the ox hour is basically ox, year is basically snake. Quite risky. I would have to say is a bit risky. So you got your horse and also your snake. These two fella is really not doing very well this year. But your ox and your rooster is doing pretty well this year. So you are okay. You are personally basically okay because your ox and your rooster is in the internal part of it. Externally, not really that protected. So which means the situation is whether you volunteer, you don't volunteer, there will be people who is trying to whack you, right? So give you a bit of an issue. So, I would say it's a morality issue that you need to take a look at. Now, to us, it's very simple. I would usually sequence a little bit. Family come first. What you are looking at right now is called community. Whether you want to go into the COVID team or not, it's called community. Community come last. I'm very sorry. Family come first. So take care of your family first. Community is last inside the entire sequence right now. Right? Whether you say I'm cruel or not, family is first, community is last. Okay. So Ping Chen hour, Mavisly Ping Chen hour, Wu Chen Day Master, Yi Mao Man. So Mao and Dragon is harm. This month you are having a harm relationship in terms of your work. So a lot of doubt. Should you invest in marketing, sales, promotion currently for your business? Yes, right. So you have to expand on your marketing. Right, marketing investment, you have to expand, but not to throw money into the sea, right? Go on things that basically exchange revenue for you. That is what you basically need to do, right? So those are the ones that you need to take a look at. Yeah, definitely you need to. This is the best time to capture market share, guys. Because a lot of business is basically dying. So right now, the natural reflexes of a business is to contract. That is a very natural business thinking right now is to, conserve, contract. So if you can expand, now is the time for you to basically capture market share. Be a loss leader, right? Be a loss leader, give out first, right? So that's what you do. It's a good time for you to expand. Right, so take a look at that. Val here for Jihai Day Master Wu Chen is one. What should you, in term of career? So again, any question for this month about career right now, revenue stream is your answer. If you cannot generate revenue stream, whatever career you are in, not much of a use. Business cannot survive. Business is looking for revenue stream right now. Yit Hai Day Master, Bing Wu Ye Xin Chou Man. So you have a Chou as a month. So okay, Chou Man Ox is pretty much quite good. I also have a Chou as a month. How is the year clash going to impact to your career? Year clash actually doesn't really impact much to your career. It's a market change. But if you're looking to change job, then the year is basically having a lot of the issue. Year is your reputation. So you're having a bit of a public reputation issue. So if you're going to have public reputation issue, if you're going to look for a job right now, big problem. So retain your job, right? So you have a Chou Man. Chou Man is pretty much quite good for career. Chou has a lot of problem-solving property right now. So your ability to solve problem is basically, like that this month. So solve more problem, forget about the year, right? So it's not good for you out there anyway. Dr. San Bao, we got a doctor here. Come, let's take a look at it. Since traditional Chinese medicine, good for you, you know, do help a lot of ourselves. Tai Chi teacher, even much more better. So, you know, Qigong, you know, it does help a lot, you know. Teach people how to expand their Wei Qi so that it pushes back, you know, a lot of the problem. What is the best way to approach the next month to transit your business into online teaching and consulting without wasting money? Actually, online is one of the cheapest way of basically getting done right now. So your challenge is not really the challenge right now is that without, well, at least your TCM side, right? So wow, doing TCM online, you can still do prescription though, but I don't know how you're going to do diagnostic without taking pulses to people. So there are some challenge that you need to go through because of the online, but you can still prescribe. Wow. Oh, seriously, even if you prescribe the traditional medicine formula, the Yok Fong, right? Still got a problem on where to go and buy it. You have some of this, but what I know is that a lot of classes is going into online. So if you are into giving Tai Chi classes, you can start online classes. So even a lot of gym, a lot of yoga, a lot of Zumba classes is going online. Even the Qigong class that I'm in is online right now. So we all just meet up online via Zoom. So you need to know how to do Zoom, and you know we do our practice in our house with the Zoom. Right, so that's what you do. Colin De Silva, that means that death by contamination means got bad. Death new regarding this illness or accident. Death charm is basically contamination, nothing to do with accident, right? Felix, day master is Ren Ying, hour is Kui Mao, month is Ding Hai, here is Geng Shen. Anything I need to be careful of this month? A lot of things to be careful of, brother. You know, don't ask a question that come from space. Anything to be careful of. A lot of things to be careful of. You know, you're doing business. Any opportunity you can take advantage of. Also, many opportunity to take advantage of. Run because the year you are facing with Resource Star is all about knowledge transfer. Are you able to show your knowledge power of your knowledge right now? Are you able to show it? Right. So I would like to ask about Kong Wang in April month. Okay. May 2020, is there anything to be concerned about? Nothing. Everybody also got two Kong Wang one. Right. Death and happiness, everybody have two. Which means in a span of 12 months, definitely 2 months is Kong Wang one. Nothing to be bothered about. Everybody has it. So of course, it got different effect to you, and understanding the effect does help you a bit in normalizing the entire thing. Right, so take a look at those situations for yourself. Right, PhD, let's look at PhD one. Hour is running, day is run, 虚 month is Sinha years. You know, anything I can look out for in my career, a lot of things again, right? You're currently self-employed. So self-employed also is the same thing, right? Look for revenue stream, look for new revenue stream. So month is Sin high, so water run and also high. So water against water is about referral. Referral, sharing experience with people, you know, it has to do with a lot of connection. If you're able to do a lot of interview, okay, do a lot about interview. Okay, so Colin, I'm gonna tell you the death month, you cannot do anything about it. There is just gonna be increased amount of death. Very simple. Just don't get shocked by it, right? It's something that is basically quite expected, right? So I don't think you were expecting anything of a different. Death rate is gonna increase before anything else. Again is Janet. Let's take a look at it, Janet. Bing Fire, Xu, Bing Xu, right? Young Earth Day Master. What is the Bing Fire? Your Earth Day Master or Bing Fire Day Master? See, don't know what you're putting out here, right? So never mind, just read the rest of it. yes, do I have any redeeming help in my chart with the next month on contamination, star, death? Just don't get yourself contaminated. If you don't have problem right now, don't go and seek problem. If people ask you to stay home next month, please stay home. Pretty simple only ma. Solution is actually very easy, don't need to be what, it's not a month for you to go out challenge. If you have a snake next month, please don't go out and challenge the situation. What is the analog of promotion? You have mentioned about possible promotion for Yi Day Master. Direct officer are authority that is given to you, right? So in terms of authority, the 2-star that controls authority is the direct officer and also the 7 killing. 7 killing is power obtained by fighting. It's about taking power. Direct officer is power obtained by appointment, right? So it's city official versus general. General, you want power, you take. You fight, you hit people, you're the strongest, you become the general, right? So for city official, you are appointed. So when you see direct officer, mean that you are appointed authority. Doesn't mean you can take it though. So which means that if you don't know how to control authority, you are still dead. So it look like people want to give you authority, but you don't dare to take it. Sin high, day master is sin high, so it's sin day master. So you are basically looking at rock wealth. Ping shen, monkey man, not very helpful. Should you do a joint venture? Practically speaking, no leh. Don't leh. Your monkey man is not really very nice, because monkey, got almost like 0 amount of good stuff, all are bad stuff, right? So you got your Ping Chen. So if you have your Ping Chen, your Chen is still a, all right, so Shen Zi Chen is a 3 harmony combination. What you can do is leverage on external collaboration. Leverage on external collaboration. Collaboration is not a joint venture, not a partnership. Do a collaboration with other people. Profit share lah. Basically, that would be the best thing for you to do, right? So right, so any replay, no, this is asking for replay. So about 1 week later, it will go on to YouTube. So about a week later, this will basically reach YouTube. You can watch it as many times as you need. Okay, Fion, let's take a look at Fion. Ji Si Day Master. So it's a Ji Day Master seeing a lot of hurting officer. Going through hurting officer, luck pillar, hurting officer year. Annual pillar, now hurting officer month. How should I approach market as a new head hunting consultant? Branding. Hurting officer is about telling story. It's about storytelling. It's basically about branding. It's about controlling the narrative. So again, a hurting officer is basically, again, one of those what we call attention magnet. So the spotlight is basically on you. If the spotlight is on you, it's about what you want to perform. So of course, a lot of people, the problem is that they haven't ready the performance yet. You have to get ready your performance. In business sense is, what is the narrative that you want to communicate with the market? You need to sit down and come up with a narrative. Like for example, McDonald's has been narrating themselves as a happy place for children. Although you and I know that they sell burger, fast food, but if you ask where to bring for happy children, you know the answer is McDonald's. That is their narrative. So you need to create one of such narrative for yourself. So what is your narrative? Like right now, if you want to leverage on it, you can brand yourself or as people who rescue people that is affected by COVID-19. That's one thing that you can do, but provided you can really deliver first, right? Take a look at that. So case here, female day master Kui Si, right? Kui pretty much quite okay this one. Pillar, hour pillar Wu Wu, don't care about the hour pillar. Month pillar is Ren Zi. So you have a what you call Grand Duke there in your month. Your business is water element heavily impacted by the current virus, which means you are in tourism. Okay, can you advise what is the strength so that I can focus on it? So actually, I've given some suggestion to people who is basically in tourism. So if you're looking for things to go back to normal, don't hope. So what you can do right now is basically do a lot of education piece on how to properly select a tour group. What should you consider when you are doing a tour? Go live on that. And because of all the friend stuff, all the water, basically all friend stuff, do live interview with your previous customer. Ask them on why do they sign up for your tour previously, and what is the best memory that they have while they are with your tour. You want to keep your tour company or whatever industry that you are in right now fresh in people's mind, so that during this time they can still see the good memory that you are showing them. When everything is pass away, which it will pass away eventually, don't worry, we will not live our life hiding in our house. This is a temporary measurement. So when we go back out that time, who do you think they will look for? The tour company that has kept them informed. And this is the best time for you to educate their thinking. How should you choose a tour group or a tour company or tourism or hospitality, whatever? How should you choose and start programming them to choose you? That's what you do, right? Julie, wow, my question is getting longer and longer. New York government employee, public servant. Many of us are working from home and deemed unnecessary. New York is now the epicenter of the virus. Concerned that you be a risk of layoff. Don't be concerned in the first place. Government is not money making, says who, right? There is no tax revenue. What should I do this time to protect your job? So again, first of all, fly job mentality out the window. Job mentality is not going to help anybody. If you have the mentality that I want a company to protect my livelihood, forget about it, because the company cannot even protect themselves, right? The company can't even protect themselves right now. Doesn't matter you're a government or not. So here's the thing with government, right? Especially in the US, your government basically got a free pass to print money. They don't have money issue, right? They will just keep on printing money and keep on issuing you all money. They don't have a money issue. US government seriously don't have money issue. They can just print. That's what they've been doing for many years anyway. So let's take a look at your BaZi chart, right? So that is general situation. Really, if you are still thinking the employee way of thinking, a company should protect my livelihood, forget about it. The company got no time to protect you. They are trying to protect their survival. So if you are either part of the survival protection team, or you are part of the, you can move off team. There's only two team right now: survival team or move off team. Actively trying to be helpful. I have a 更续 year, dog year. Okay. 丁亥 month, paid month, right? 壬子 red day. Woo, a lot of water leh. 壬寅 hour. Okay. With so much water, and also a water you are facing with a lot of what you call companion component together, rally people together, right? You need to use your ability to basically rally people together. Be a cheerleader. Seriously, be a cheerleader. Right, be a cheerleader, send good news to people, be a solution provider, be a good news provider to people, rally people together, give people hope. That's what you are supposed to do. But you do have a lot of star that is quite sickness prone, right? So your pig, no, not your pig, your pig, even your dog are all rather sickness prone though. So be a bit of a careful, but your job is to rally people together. Companion star is a lot about rallying people together. So if you can rally people together, your employers see that you can keep people sticking together, they won't remove you, because if they remove you, the thing will break up. Then they cannot control, because right now a lot of things is about controlling. So if you can stick people together, surround yourself with people, they can't get to you. So that's what you do, right? Surround people around you. Do that for yourself, right? So what have I done? Alana, let's have a look. Quiz. Day master is Kui Sin. There's no Kui Sin Day master leh. It's Kui Yu, is it? Here is Ren Kui. It's Ren Zi, is it? Ren Yin and Ji a self-employed feng shui consultant. Never did online or video consultancy. You should try any help from my BaZi chart that can help me to understand better if I have an opportunity to account that. It's really not opportunity to overcount it. Is your ability to basically go through it. It's really a lot of time is currently is not a choice question. It's not a choice question. All right, so let's take a look at it, right? So Man is basically Ren Yin, so you have a wood. So good for you. So I'm taking you as a Kui with a wood, which means it's a hurting officer. So hurting officer, a little bit about branding, about communicating with people. Do start a broadcast lah. So do like what I'm doing, right? So start a broadcast, start informing people how basically is a web consult is basically done. So you need to do a proof of concept of how a web consultancy is basically done. Find your friend, do a recording on how you consulted the person's house remotely, video the entire experience. So Zoom can basically do videoing. So set up a call together with him or her, and do the entire consult over the phone and have a showcase of let people seeing that this is how basically a remote consult is basically done, right? So when we have the video, of course you need to do some video editing, cutting, removing stuff, whatever it is, do a showcase, right? So that's what you do. So again, don't know, go and check YouTube, right? So that's what you want to do. Ronnie, let's take a look at Ronnie here. A lot of percentage. Analyzer 100%, friend 100%, leader 100%, professional. Stay in an IT job or switch to YouTube. But why do you need to switch? What's the difference? Just stay in the job. Nothing much to do. So analyzer 100%, friend 100%, leader 100%, performer 98%. Seriously, YouTube, IT doesn't really make much of a difference. Both are under what we call fire temporarily type. With such a strong analyzer, if you're going to go on YouTube, the question is, what are you trying to analyze there in YouTube? What value can you bring? IT analyzer, at least you can still do a lot of data crunching if you're in IT. So analyzer is really strong at data crunching. So unless the thing that you're going to offer out is data crunching necessity, then it's pretty much quite good. So quite okay ma. You got friends and also leader that's basically friend star, Rockwell star, which is very strong. So quite easy to garner fan base. Performer also has a lot to do with being on screen. So both can be okay, but you need to settle the analyzer part. What are you trying to tell the what you call market? Take a look at that first. Yi Wei Day Master Man Ji Chou. So anybody with a Chou Man, you are a solution provider this year. The Ox is a solution provider. What promotion means for business owner? Market control. When you're talking about authority, mean that you have authority over the markets. So you got market authority, you got market control. Quite okay, ma. So that is basically the thing. So your ability to basically control more people, people give you more respect, people listen to you more. It's a sign that you can expand the team, right? I also tell you now is the best time to find the best employee. A lot of business without vision simply cut away department regardless of the employee performance or the employee worth. This is the best time for you to shop for good employee. So depending you want to do it or you do not want to do it, right? So let's have a look at it. That's all for the question. So we are up at about 1.5 hours right now. So guys, thank you very much for joining me on today. What you call your monthly forecast here. So I will be coming back again next month to give you the forecast on the snake month. If you're looking for silver lining, a horse month would be one of the silver lining month if you want to take a look at. So guys, hold on together. We are going to survive this. We have survived a lot of catastrophe over the years. So don't worry, everybody is going to be surviving. This is just that when we come out of it, it is going to be a very different market space. We have to learn how to function in the new market space. Do not think of going back. Things are not going to go back to normal. The normal has been shifted to the new place. You would need to know, every business would need to know how to survive in digital space. There will be a dash, a race in digital enabling right after this lockdown is done. So it's about this time when the lockdown is, you better keep yourself as updated or as learned in digital as possible. Right? So how to work remotely, how to effectively work remotely. This is the time for you to show your employer that I am a person who can serve you remotely. If you can show that, you can bring value to the company in a remote setting, and you are a person who can basically bring in revenue stream to the company, you would survive this game much better than any other people in the market. Right? Find way to survive in the new world, guys. Bye. Take care.